Really good, and I think it was important that he got some of those early outs. They hit 3 or 4 balls hard in those first 2 innings, and right at guys. We made some good defensive plays for him, but then after that, he really settled in. It was 94, 95. He was throwing to both sides of the plate, using 4 pitches for strikes. That's as good as I've seen him, and I thought Akron did a really good job. I thought they had some good at bats off of him, but we played great defense behind him, and who knows what happens in that game if we make one play. But bottom line, Johnny was really good, defense was really good, and that's what won it for us.
With people leaving him along the dugout there as that
Absolutely.
game was going along,
yeah.
Nobody said anything to him?
Absolutely. I get mad at myself when I recognize it, and I recognized it in the 6th. I just happened to look up, and then I looked at my book and went, oh, and I thought it went through my head. I'm like, oh, get it out of your head. And yeah, it's you could hear it when Corey Acton made that play. That the stands were aware of it too.
Yeah, sure.
When that play was made, then you start thinking, okay, this might happen. Connor Tate made the really good play in the 1st or 2nd inning on that diving play. And when you have a no-hitter or a perfect game, there's always a couple of plays you go back to and say, hey, that saved it. And I thought, well, we had the 2 plays to save it. It just didn't happen.
Was a former catcher, you know how that tough a play it is for a guy like Fernando to try to make that catch. And I know he's kicking himself for that, but
yep.
How hard a play was that for
It is, and plus it was the time of day, the twilight. It just was in that weird time of day where the ball's tough to see in the twilight. And that's one of those things that if he yells help, maybe Jonathan Cannon comes in and catches that ball. But he had a beat on it, and he just kind of lost it. He was very angry with himself, and of course, 2 pitches later, Benson gets the base hit. You knew it was going to happen. As soon as the ball dropped, I knew it was going to happen. It's just the way it goes. But, Fernando's here for a reason. He's a really good player,
sure.
and you know what? He shook it off and really caught well.
The bats tonight, what was your thoughts on that?
Pressing, trying too hard. I thought we were aggressive when we didn't need to be aggressive, and we were passive when we needed to be aggressive. It just you could see that they were thinking too much or squeezing the bat too hard. I thought we had a really good week of practice Wednesday and Thursday offensively. We took a lot of swings. I thought our approach was good. You got to tip your hat to Akron. They threw a lot of strikes and only walked 2 guys. They didn't make any errors. They played really well. They gave us a really good shot. And we've got to be better offensively. There's no question about it. And we just weren't very good. But Jonathan picked us up. Our defense picked us up. And there's going to be a time really soon that our offense picks us up.
Sure.
We put double digits on the board. And maybe we don't pitch very well that night, but our offense wins it. So, when everything goes perfect, you score 10 runs and you don't give up a run and you don't make any errors, but it's very rare when it's perfect like that. And tonight was pitching and defense, and it got
Getting back to Jonathan, just one minute. Now, you gave him the chance to finish this one out, and I know about 100 pitches, I think, is what you're talking about the other day.
Yeah, he wasn't going to finish it when we didn't score in the bottom of the 8th when it's 1-0. He wasn't going to face Benson again.
Okay.
Because Benson had taken really good swings off of him. That's a really good young freshman hitter. And Jonathan had thrown 3 different pitches to him, and he'd hit all of them hard. So Colin Caldwell was going to face Benson regardless. If Jonathan gets 2 quick outs and it's 1-0, and he's 1 pitch away or 1 hitter away from a complete game shutout, he's coming out of the game. So I was prepared to get booed. It was going to happen because we wanted to go left on left, and you saw why. Colin Caldwell was really tough to hit. He needed to see something different, and if we would have scored a run in the bottom of the 8th and Benson wasn't the tying run, then Jonathan would have faced him. But we had made the decision, if Benson's the tying run in the 9th, that John wasn't going to face him.
Okay, cool.